Hello again, folks. Shell Busey here with another one of our, our home improvement service contractors, and he doesn't pound any nails. This gentleman falls into the category of health. How you doing?
Great to see you, Shell.
Michael, I tell you, when it comes to Michael Bentley, I've known him now for, I'm going to say, well, I've been on your product now for 13 years, and I've known the Bentley family for many, many years. And not to get into that end of the business, because that has totally to do with many, many businesses. But Michael, when I met you when I was doing the Home Discovery Show, the Home Ideas Show, and it was all with regards to my aching joints and arms and shoulders and everything from all the years being in the building supply and the building industry. You have a product, SierraSil.
We do, and I can remember when we met at the downtown offices of the radio station you were at, and you needed help.
I needed help, and I tell you right now, to this day, I take it at night and I take it in the morning, and my dear wife Frankie takes it in the morning, and she has many, many concerns with her wrists. She hasn't wore her wrist braces since about 3 months after she started taking SierraSil.
And for you, I can recall your issue was with your knees. And you couldn't enjoy a long walk with Frankie.
Exactly. And I can tell you, folks, that SierraSil, you'll see it on TV, you'll hear it on radio. But now you're hearing it from the person that has been very much involved in it for many, many years. And I guess really being 13 years, talking about it on my website and everything, what is it? Tell the folks what it is, Michael.
It's just a simple mineral complex. It comes from the Sierra Mountains, hence the Sierra portion of the name.
Dirt.
Well, I wouldn't call it dirt. It's a little more special.
Okay.
But if you want to call it dirt, call it dirt. Minerals.
There. Yeah,
so,
right.
And it's a silicate mineral structure.
Uh-huh.
And we didn't spend any money on a focus group to come up with a name. We probably should have come up with something, modern names now are like 4 or 5 letters, like Uber or something, Lyft, that are cute and memorable. We didn't do that. We actually put our money into clinical research.
All right.
Not into a fancy name.
Well, it is something you pretty well have to, because people out there today, the number of people that come to me, I would say weekly, and say, Shell, are you still on that, what do you call it, that I say SierraSil, from the Sierra Mountains?
Right, Sierra with an S, and Sil, S-I-L, so SierraSil. And but we did put money into clinical research. It's one of the differentiators of SierraSil, that we have a lot of really good clinical studies behind it. I didn't come from the nutrition business, didn't want to be a snake oil salesman, nor did the people behind the company who put up the capital so we could do the clinical research.
Well, you don't look like a snake oil seller anyway. You're a business person, and you're a family person, and you dress like a professional. You are a professional.
Well, looks can fool. We all know that too. But we really want to stand behind the product with quality research. We base our claims on the clinical research, and we have a really good track record, and it's earned the confidence of a number of physicians around our community as well.
And it's fully guaranteed?
Absolutely. And our return rate is less than 1 in 4,000 bottles.
Woo!
It doesn't mean it works for 3,999 out of 4,000 people. We know that. Some people are polite and don't take advantage of our full satisfaction policy. But it's a lot less than what retailers were expecting with what they consider to be an audacious promise. Feel better within 14 days or less, or your money back. And so they were expecting, like London Drugs was expecting about like a 10% return rate.
I had a person, I won't mention names obviously, but I'm going to see that he sees this video afterwards, because I gave him a bottle. And when he took it, I wasn't beside him every day. But he said after about a month I run into him, I said, "How are you feeling after that SierraSil?" He said, "Oh, it didn't work." I said, "It didn't work? How long did you take it for?" "Oh, a couple of days, maybe a week." And I said, "Well, for goodness sakes, the warranty is 30 days and it doesn't work. You can send it back, get your money back."
Actually 60.
60 days.
But
Well,
our
right,
promise is
60
people
days.
will feel
Even
better with
60 days.
people will feel better if they use it daily. They're going to feel better within 14 days, or we'll give them their money back. And most people get results in 3 to 10 days. It depends on the person. We notice from some of the professional athletes who use SierraSil, they tend to get results in about 3 days. They're at a very high level of physical activity and so forth.
Yeah.
And what they notice initially is the reduced delayed onset muscle soreness, it's called. And what that translates into, for example, if in the fall we're raking leaves and we're not used to raking leaves, and sometimes we're really sore the next
Yeah.
couple of days, well, if you're using SierraSil, you're not going to be sore the next couple of days. Or in winter, if we happen to be shoveling snow, getting sore the next couple of days after that, using muscles we haven't used very often. If you're using SierraSil regularly, not going to be sore. And that's
Well-
what the athletes notice and why they can perform at a higher level.
And that makes
day in, day
sense.
out.
It
Yeah,
really
so-
does make sense because look at me out down on my knees, working, building, and all those years cropping into my knees and my elbows and my shoulders. I tell you, it works. That's all I can say. It works, and it works wonderful. Now, what about this new bottle? I see you got a brand spanking new bottle.
One of our problems is it was the old bottle, which had lots of white on it, was hard to find on a store shelf.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided it was time for a new look, and we had some competitors trying to copy our look to a certain extent because our large bottle has been the top selling natural joint care SKU or individual bottle in Canada.
Stock keeping unit.
Right. So our large bottle, which was 180 capsules, which is a 2-month supply for most people, a little less for larger people, and that's the top-selling natural joint health product in Canada as far as we know.
Wow,
And
that's
so
wonderful.
we had one of the large companies in Canada basically try and copy the look of our packaging, and we thought, let's do something distinctive. So now if they copy it, it's like, that's not a mistake.
That's not a mistake. That's
So
a trademark.
What we brought into it is the look of the mountains, because our product comes from the Sierra
See.
Mountains.
Ooh, yeah, nice.
And that's
mountain
what we
look.
tried to bring into it, and you'll see in our topical spray bottle the same look, and our new packaging that we have for our leaps and bounds.
Okay, now
also
this, hang
has
on.
that.
Don't get ahead of me here because I
Okay.
got to show you this one. This one here, folks. What's this all about? This curcumin.
So curcumin is a very popular ingredient now, and it comes from the root of the turmeric plant. And there's a lot of confusion around curcumin and turmeric, that whole category.
Has nothing to do with Pokemon.
So nothing to do with Pokemon. But so what we want to do with the curcumin that we selected was to get one that had outstanding research, as well as excellent ongoing testing for purity. Because purity is important. We want to make sure that when the customer buys our product, they're getting exactly what they wanted.
Well, when I
and
saw this
nothing
first,
more.
when I saw this first come out, Michael, I just want you to know that it had SierraSil on it. It said Joint Formula, Curcumin, and I took a bottle home, and I tell you, I found that after reading the instructions, I take 2 before I go to bed. And the reason why I do, because I find what it does, it kind of this eases your muscles. Yeah, I feel very relaxed.
Yes.
And no tightness or anything like that. And then I take my Joint Formula 14 in the morning.
Right.
Now tell me, and tell the folks that are watching right now, what's 14 stand for?
The 14 stands for our promise. Feel better within 14 days or less. And here's the inside story. So we've got new packaging as well coming out for the Joint Formula Curcumin. It's going to have a 3 on it. And it's not because we're saying it's going to work in 3 days or less, but it's to represent the 3 important curcuminoids. And someone's welcome to call our office and ask, what are
I
curcuminoids?
was going to say, it's
And
easier for you to say.
We'll help them go to school on that, so
Yeah.
they can have a good understanding of that, and then they can tell their friends
Right.
and be the experts in them. So it's a bit of storytelling, and then our pain relief topical spray has a 1 on it,
And that's this one right here, folks.
and that's because our promise is you're going to feel better within a minute.
Well, I want you to know this works a hot damn, if I may say so. If I'm going out for a lengthy walk, I'll give my knees a spray. It works like instant. And I'm not saying that just because Michael Bentley's beside me, folks. It works instantly.
And one of the nice things too is if someone had bought our product in the past, and as
Yes,
you have in
the long.
too, you weren't really happy with the bottle.
No, I didn't like the long. First of all, it was awkward to hold in my hand.
So And it was hard for people to see where you were spraying it because the nozzle isn't all that clear.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got a new bottle for it, along with the new design that's also ergonomic, so you can feel the direction that you're spraying it.
Right on.
So, if you don't
Well,
want
that's
to
the
turn the
first
lights
I've
on,
had the new bottle. So
yeah. So if you don't have the lights on and you don't want to be spraying it backwards,
well, and I've done that.
so we listened and we fixed it. We've got a much better bottle now. So
Well, that's really, I say that is a real change of making a whole lot of sense in the industry because really when it comes to a spray, that is instant because you're putting
it's
it on your
fantastic.
joint.
It's great for sore shoulders or sore neck. It's great to massage into feet, particularly for the ladies if they've been wearing uncomfortable shoes.
Yeah.
To spray.
They
their-
do that,
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do. But
Sorry about that, ladies.
but it's fantastic to put on their feet at the end of the day, or for retail people who are on their feet all day. They get the sore
Yeah.
back, they get the sore feet. It's fantastic for that.
And if your feet feel dry, it works really great because I
So-
spray it. That's one thing I do get it under my foot. I don't miss my foot anyway.
And we've brought down the pricing on that.
Wow.
We moved the manufacturer that out of the U.S. and brought it home to Canada.
Good on you.
And so,
Didn't put a maple leaf on. I got to come back to this one.
you know why?
Why?
Regulatory is such a burden to make a single change to the label. It's a nightmare. So
Well, it's Canadian.
it is Canadian.
Made in Canada. Joint Formula 14. I know now what the 14 stands for. I have known for a long time. But tell me why 14 days you will feel better, but you give 60 days before you can send it back if it didn't work.
No, you can send it back at any time.
Okay.
That's
That's one of the points I just want to make very
we
clear.
would make it an infinite return policy, but we could never get a clean audit because you have to have a cutoff date for a return policy at some
After
point.
60 days, I tell you, you feel so doggone good, you don't want to give it up. So you're going to continue. Well, that's why it has that first rating.
Although we have had people within that sort of 1 in 4,000 return,
Yeah.
that return rate that we've had where someone's asked for a return, we've looked after them, and then we get a call a few weeks later and say, my pain's come back. I didn't realize my pain had gone away. I'm buying your product again. I hope you don't mind. That
Uh-huh.
happens. So even if someone buys our larger bottle, they're 2 weeks into it, they're not sure if they've had the results, be in touch. We'll give you your refund, but ask you to keep and finish the bottle.
And I'm going to give those folks a reason why keeping the bottle, even though they shouldn't be keeping the bottle, because they can get their money back, but not to put it on the shelf if they've got a big dog. Because now SierraSil has got leaps and bounds. And this is for old dogs. And I don't mean old dogs like me. I mean old dogs. We have a dog, his buddy.
Hang on. Shell, it also makes a great treat for young dogs.
There you go, right from Bentley himself. Michael Bentley is right here. Leaps and bounds, chicken flavored, soft chews. And there's 100 bites in here, and 100 bites give them a treat, because they are a treat. They're not something that you're giving them for medicine. You're giving it to them for a treat, but the treat is loosening up the joints.
It's fantastic. We get so many great testimonials from people who've got dogs that haven't been very mobile, can't jump in the car anymore. A couple of days on SierraSil, leaps and bounds, and they're moving like they're a puppy again.
No, that is unbelievably the truth from Shell Busey, because we gave this to our dog, Buddy. He's a Portuguese water dog.
Beautiful.
And my daughter, Monica, she has the ownership of Buddy, the grand dog, and the boys, her grandsons, Dawson and Preston.
Yes.
They were away on a curling bounce field recently. And what I did, because I heard and I knew from you that I was going to try him on some Joint Formula 14, which I did. And I'm not kidding you, folks. Within the 4 days, he was looking for this. And I didn't tell him. but he hasn't had it for 3 days. And last night I was there after a curling game, and I noticed again and he needs it and he wants it, so he's going to get not only the Joint Formula 14 one a day, or one in the morning, one at night I was giving him. He's a 60-pound dog. As you say, you can give it to small dogs, but he's going to get leaps and bounds for treats now.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's fantastic. It's really something that, folks, sometimes when you watch TV commercials, hear radio commercials, you wonder, well, is it really that good, that product? I don't mean SierraSil. I mean any product. Well, as you know, before I even started talking about SierraSil, I had to try it. I would never put my voice to a product that I have never tried. And I tell you, trying and believing. Last but not least, will it affect any medication you're taking now?
It's a great question. Because SierraSil is absorptive, one of the benefits is it chelates heavy metals out of the body. So it'll take lead and mercury out of the body quite dramatically over a 6-month period. But because of that chelating benefit, as a caution, we say don't take it with a critical medication. So if someone's on medications all day long, we're not going to recommend SierraSil. But if they've got a window of 4 hours away from a critical medication, SierraSil is likely going to be complementary because of that anti-inflammatory effect.
Wonderful. And as I told you before, it helps keep me regular too.
Well, you told me that once at 6 o'clock in the morning on air.
It's just
how
that
do you respond
easy.
to that? And maybe I should just say, where's it available?
Yeah, because we're going to put that right on the bottom of the screen.
So it's available at most health food stores, and it's available at pharmacies such as London Drugs and Shoppers and Save On. But go to your local health food store and pick it up there if you can, and feel better within 14 days or less.
It's just that easy, folks. Michael Bentley, the story of SierraSil. It's going to be on my website, askshell.com, and it's available by any of the information pieces that we put on your screen tonight. Phone, email, and go to your health food store or your pharmacy. It is just that easy. Thanks, Michael.
Thank you very much, Shell.
Really appreciate it. And that saves that story from me. I can email that story to people now by simply sending the video. So thank you. Until next time, folks, keep in mind, when in doubt, don't pout. Let Shell help you out. Go to my website, askshell.com. Bye.